What up, world? It's your girl SADE with SADE Speaks, and I'm back at it with another episode. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I had a wonderful weekend. Oh, it was what I needed after the week I had. I needed the worship. I needed the praise. I needed to praise God, rather. I needed to be around His children. I needed to be in His presence because things are getting real, y'all. I'm down in that valley. Um, and I know sometimes the valley can have like a real negative perspective. At one point, I did look at valleys as a negative perspective, but the more I mature, I'm actually grateful for my valleys in life. I'm grateful because I learn something new every time I go through one. I feel like I have another level of spiritual maturity when I come out of one. And in my valleys, God revealed things that Sade, need to do better. Reveal things that maybe I'm blind and I can't see right now. And it's not, when it comes to revealing, it's not so much of the people around me. It's more so the things that He's revealing in me that I didn't see, or things that I don't see because I'm getting so caught up with day to day life. He had to sit me down so I can really see what I'm missing or what I need to work on. I hope that makes sense. um when we're in school, we were taught, or I teach my kids what a valley is. I show the kids a valley is like a low area of land. It sits between hills and high mountaintops. The mountaintops, that's where everything is great, and then you have the valleys that's down there at the bottom. And normally in those valleys you have rivers and streams running through it. It's the same thing in life. In life, we experience a lot of valleys. And when you in that valley, the mountaintop seems so far away. While we in that valley, we fight a lot of things. We fight depression. We fight toxic thoughts like I'm undeserving, like um, uh, happiness will never happen for me, or the things I desire. We begin to lose hope because they're not happening the way you want it to happen. So the enemy plays on that. He have you thinking that it would never happen for you. Um, we fight illnesses, toxic relationships that we may be in. Like it don't even have to be romantic. It could definitely be platonic. You could definitely be around toxic people who, God kind of like shed light on while you were in that valley. But you're fighting all these things. People who you think you are down for you, you begin to see in that valley they're really not, because at that point you are at your lowest. When you at your lowest, boy, you can see everything when you at your lowest. You know, um, I don't know. It's a lot of things that we fight in the valley. The valley, like I said, the valley teaches valuable lessons. Um, Sometimes the only way God can get our attention if He allows a valley to come into our life. He reveals things that sometimes that we don't even want to see. We need to see it. And the reason why we don't want to see it, because we kind of low key already know some of the things that we need to do, but we keep running from it, or we keep putting it to the side, or we don't want to do it. We keep trying to justify it. But in that valley, you don't have no choice but to see it. You don't have no choice but to deal with it. You don't have no choice but to be uncomfortable. The valley is uncomfortable. And I'm in that season. I'm very uncomfortable with life right now. Is it gonna stop me? Am I gonna give up? No, God been too good to me. Too good to me. Had you caught me a couple of years ago, I probably would have given up because I didn't appreciate the valleys that come in my life. Now I see the value of the valleys. I understand why they come. Sometimes we put ourselves in valleys because we don't want to let go of the things that God wants us to let go in order to truly serve Him. Um, and while in that valley, it seems like God is not there. It seems like He's silent. But I've learned a long time ago that that is farthest from the truth. He's right there in that valley with you. That stream of water, that river that goes through, that's His peace. That's Him, His presence. It helps us get through that valley. See, right now I'm in the valley, but a lot of people wouldn't even know, because I do have God's peace while I'm in that valley, while I'm in my valley. Do I fight some of the things that I mentioned, the toxic thoughts and all that stuff? I do. I have silent battles that I don't even talk about with people because I know that God will get me through it. Some things everybody don't need to know. Some things only you and God need to know. Only you and God need to discuss, because everybody can't handle some of the things that you deal with. And I've also learned that. So I'm gonna have a transparent moment. I was really in my feelings when my SADE Speaks page got hacked. My personal page got hacked and I had it attached to it. And I was really discouraged because I understood in the spiritual realm why it happened. What do I normally talk about on here? I talk about inspirational things. I talk about things that's going to lift us up. I talk about things that's going to empower us, because that's what we need in life. We already got enough people talking about trash. We need people. We need people to talk about, someone who's sovereign, someone who has all power, to encourage the people to know that God is there, even when we feel like we are struggling and He's not around. Like, Lord, where are you? He is always there. Some things we need to go through to be better people. So that was the first thing, my side speech page. And I played it off like I wasn't bothered, but I was. But I knew that, but God gave me my hope. He gave me the encouragement. You know what? Keep going. Just do it on a different platform. Do it on a different page. It's all right. Make another page. Um, and it helped me get through that. Then I'm dealing with things at work. And then I think for me, my valley, it always starts within my mind. Um, the valley that I'm really battling is the things that I don't talk about. It's the things that, again, that me and God go through, the things that are really vulnerable, and I'm not gonna say I'm ashamed. I'm just uncomfortable with talking to people about it. I'd rather just talk to God, because I could be really myself. I can say my true vulnerable feelings, even if it sounds insecure to others. I don't mind being insecure in front of God, because I know He's the only one that can help me get through the things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. Um, Sometimes, we in that valley. Um, Sometimes we be ready to give up. Think about it. Truth of the matter is, y'all, life is full of valleys. And if every time we come through a valley and we're ready to give up, we're not trusting the process. We hindering the process. Like, those valleys is a process of another level of maturity. And when we uh mm, how should I say it? When we give up and don't want to go through, it's hindering the level of understanding that we need in order to make it in life. So I am here to encourage everybody today that is in a valley, that's going through something. I can truly, truly resonate with that. I mean, I look like I'm not going through nothing, but it's real. The only reason why I can sit here and look as if I'm not going through anything, because I truly learned that when you go to worship and you surrender it to God, He make you feel so much better. He makes you come out like you on top, like I got this. He gives you a level of confidence when you come out of it. Um, y'all, trouble don't last always. You don't give up. Don't give up when things get rough. And I know some people say, well, it's easier said than done. It is. It's very easier said than done. But just know better days are coming. We gonna always go through stuff in life. We're gonna always have our lows and our highs. It's cool when we're on the mountaintop and everything going all right, but that's what we tend to get comfortable, which is why the valleys are necessary, because it helps us get uncomfortable, and it pushes us, it helps us get to a whole nother level in life. So I say this to say, I'm praying for everybody who's in the valley today. I'm praying that you don't give up. I'm praying that you keep fighting. And I'm praying that you understand that God is always there with you. Call His name. Call out to Him. It is power in His name. Call out to Him. Let Him know, this is what I'm dealing with. Lord, I need your strength. I need your love. Because one thing about it, without His strength and not His love, you're not going to get through that valley. You need God to get through them valleys. You need God to look at valleys in a different light. You need God to make it in this life. I encourage everybody who's in the valley today. I encourage you to keep your head up, look to the hills. It gets better. Better days are coming. I thank you guys for rocking with me. I thank you guys for, in spite of all, even with the page coming down, you still come on my personal page to check me out. I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I hope you guys have a great spring break, and I am out.